Have you been wondering why blacks are very discontented right about now? Well, there seemed to be a black exit from the Democratic Party. Let's explore why. Professor Lucky here. Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Why are blacks leaving the Democratic Party? Well, let's start with symbolism. Black Americans are tired of the ratchet, misrepresentation, pandering, and symbolism. Democrats don't respect black culture, don't share Black American values, and constantly promote stereotypes through black collaborators to undermine black advocacy. Blatant disrespect and vitriol for black voters. I'm not going to sit here and say, I'm only going to do something that go benefit black people. No. Joe Biden told Charlemagne during an interview on The Breakfast Club that if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black. That's some nerve. Kamala Harris and Joe Biden, through words and deeds, have shown blatant disrespect and vitriol, specifically towards foundational Black American voters. Kamala Harris did not win the presidency for a reason. Black Americans saw right through her false intent and pandering with the sisterhood rhetoric. She is black when it is convenient. She should proudly claim her Asian and Jamaican heritage, both her parents' lineage. Instead, she vacillates because she was so inauthentic that Black Americans rejected her bid for presidency. Boy, what can we say about Joe? Joe has fooled Black American boomers and controls the Congressional Coon Caucus. The 40-year former senator signed 64 executive orders, and none benefited the descendants of American chattel slavery. So the black boomers did the dance, agreeable collaborators, exhibiting inappropriate behavior to our detriment. They sold us out. Their disrespect of adults is so generic, it has since been virtually trademarked. Democratic Party and its leaders, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, have shown nothing but contempt, vitriol, and blatant disrespect for foundational Black Americans, voters who built this country. Professor Lucky here. Welcome to my channel. Please hit the like and subscribe button for more content like this. Benign neglect. So, the Democratic Party has weaponized benign neglect for Black Americans while providing policies that economically advance and protect Asians and Latinos. Here is one executive order that was written by them and put into law. The White House Initiative on Advancing Economic Equity, Excellence, and Economic Opportunity for Hispanic, something specifically for a particular people. Here's another one, executive order that advanced the equity, justice, and opportunity for Asian Americans, Native Hawaiians, and Pacific Islanders, something specifically for a particular people. And where are the reparations for the descendants of American chattel slavery? Trillions of dollars of reparations is due to the descendants of American chattel slavery. What monies have poured into black communities to help black businesses, black hospitals, black banks, black schools, period? Reparations are due. Reparations are due in the form of land and American dollars to each descendants of American chattel slavery family for the irreparable economic atrocities and hardship of slavery, which was nothing but sex trafficking, lynching, murders, rape, Jim Crow. The legal and lawful race discrimination hasn't changed. It still exists. Housing discrimination, education discrimination, employment discrimination, and unlawful peonage. All of these harms, all of these atrocities done to black people, but yet no executive order to right that wrong. So what concrete evidence can the Democratic Party point to showing tangible for black Americans comparable to millions of dollars they have distributed to other ethnic groups? Manufacturing an illegal voting bloc. This is why blacks are leaving. Because Joe Biden has systematically provided legal protection and economic elevations for Indians with the H-1B visas and Latinos, etc., open borders, spending taxpayers' money to bus, house, clothe, and feed immigrants entering the United States of America illegally. It's even been noted that in Chicago, that the boarded houses, immigrants are being put into those boarded houses, boarded properties, and put on the census so they'll be able to vote. Democrats have also pushed HB1 that will water down voting laws established in states that require legal citizens to prove who they are when voting. There's nothing suppressive about that. That's propaganda. The real question is, who benefits? What they call voter suppression is actually voter replacement. The Democrat Party is providing goods and services to illegal immigrants in return for their votes. Isn't this illegal? Is that not a form of bribery? States are requiring that voters who mail in ballots provide information to prove who they are. Americans are required to provide IDs when we travel, make money transactions, go to the doctor, enter some public building, etc. What is suppressive about that? Americans are not dumb. They know Biden has compromised public safety in exchange for a Democratic Party to gain votes in 2022 and 2024. That is why this election term is so important. If the Democratic Party loses the midterm in 2022, mandate mania is over, and they know it. So why are blacks leaving the Dems' illegal voting bloc? Kamala Harris says she was not going to do anything just for black people. She does not support reparations, right? Wrong. Kamala did everything for her people, the people of color, for example, like supporting the executive order for HB1 that provides affirmative action for West Indians. You know, the people of color from her homeland. That black she would do something specifically for, like providing them with affirmative action policies. H-1B visas that allows Indians to work in this country and also allow their families to enter. No disrespect to people of colors and Indians. But there is something called paying your dues. The Biden-Harris administration has yet to sign one piece of executive order legislation that promotes protection and economic set-aside specifically for black Americans. What executive orders have Joe Biden signed to protect black American men and women and children from getting slaughtered in the streets? Everybody knows the laws of economics, supply and demand. When economic goes up, crime goes down. Most of these crimes in the black communities are economically based. And we all know crimes happen in other communities. They just don't get the spotlight. So, Democrats mistakenly think that the only way to communicate with foundational black Americans is by prostituting our music and culture through hip-hop, vaccination shenanigans, shake your ass songs to stripper poles to get out the vote. And shaking my head on this one, seeing old ass black politicians with kente cloths shaking their asses in a broken down Soul Train line. I mean, like, who let the coons out? Ruff, ruff. Shout out to the black TikTok dance creators boycott. I mean, like, who let the coons out? Ruff, ruff. Shout out to the black TikTok dance creators boycott. Enjoying the content so far? Please feel free to hit the like button and do subscribe if you enjoy the content. Now let's continue. Black Americans are tired. So tired of these damn compromised black boomers and black immigrant caucus showing out, doing the dance, reading the script, being brainwashed, being bought out to simply not do anything for foundational black Americans. We know it as benign neglect. They play games with our people and like to usher out athletes and entertainers. No disrespect to these folks as our so-called leaders. You see, they're so busy cackling and doing the dance. What they don't know is that we don't have no leaders. We don't need any leaders, collaborators, or watchdogs who continue to uphold the tenets of white supremacy, feeding the frenzy of injustice. Nah, y'all keep that. No thanks. Overall, black Americans have been totally loyal to the Democratic Party, to the Democratic machine, but the Democratic machine treat black Americans like cheap commodity. Malcolm once said that if you keep doing the same thing and expect different results, it's called insanity. Black Americans can't keep involving themselves in a system of injustice with those who has ill will and blatant disregard for the descendants of American chattel slavery as human beings. Time's up, America. Time's up. Well, my time is truly up. Thank you for yours.